Hello and welcome to all of our Sun Vision viewers across the country. I'm Gareth Flusk and joining me is Miss South Africa 2018, Tamaryn Green. Welcome, Tamaryn.
Hi Gareth, I'm delighted to be here and I can't wait to see what's coming up in the show. Let's take a look.
Kicking off with Miss South Africa, we go behind the scenes at this year's Diamond Jubilee pageant, which took place at Times Square in May.
From Sun Arena to Sun City, the Sun Vision team gets an exclusive with the biggest names in South African music at Summer 24.
We then head to the Wild Coast Sun to see how this Sun International property is winning the war on waste.
The next level of conferencing and exhibitions comes alive with Sun Park.
Ending the episode on a fun note, we then head to Grand West Casino and Entertainment World to see what activities they have for kids. Celebrating its Diamond Jubilee, this year's Miss South Africa pageant was full of glamour, with appearances from more than 40 former Miss South Africa title holders, including the reigning Miss Universe, Demi Lee Nel-Peters. But the night was especially life-changing for one person. That's you, Tamaryn Green. You can't wipe the smile off your face. Congratulations on Miss South Africa 2018. How's it been so far?
Thank you, Gareth. It's been a roller coaster, but I couldn't be happier. And I look forward to doing some great work with Sun International and Salsi.
Now, I know you're going to shine both here in South Africa and on the international stage, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's look back at your crowning moment.
Qualities that we're looking at is someone who is hardworking, strikingly beautiful, someone who is elegant, who handles difficult situations well, and just someone who's proudly South African and who will represent us well internationally.
The most successful change in the structure of the pageant this year was the introduction of two winners that can represent us on the international stage, one being Miss Universe and one being Miss World.
The difference is quite big, where you see there's a bigger philanthropic and going to developing countries outlook from Miss World, and Miss Universe just a little bit more glamorous, although they do focus on the winner being very much a face and the asset to the Miss Universe brand.
The winner is Tamaryn Green!
I am very happy. I'm still, taking it all in. It's been a whirlwind, and just waking up this morning, I realized, I'm Miss South Africa 2018, and it's basically an out-of-body experience. I can't really describe how I'm feeling. I'm still taking it all in, the excitement, the adrenaline. Last night I couldn't sleep, and I'm just excited for what's to come.
The production was just outstanding, and I really love the different judges. The fact that they're all so different and that's very strong opinion.
For the first time we started something called the Miss South Africa Legacy Institute, and it's basically giving formers a purpose to reign even after they've handed over their crown. So together, that collective of powerful women with their contacts and resources will now be fundraising for education in South Africa for underprivileged children.
It's amazing that they've brought all of us together to be recognized today in the Jubilee. It was just wonderful. It was exciting, it was thrilling, it was an honor.
I think because it was the 60th anniversary, we all just made it a point to come out, and we all just wanted to be here and just commemorate 60 years of Miss South Africa.
The pageant was fantastic, amazing stuff, amazing venue. And I think we got a great Miss South Africa for ourselves here. And I'm hoping that the public out there see what Sun Times Square has to offer. It's a modern infrastructure that we have there. The sound acoustic are fantastic. And I think it's one of the best Sun International has made in years.
Some wonderful scenes from our former Miss South Africas and a fantastic production all round. Now, speaking of celebs, the 2018 South African Music Awards was hosted at the Sun City Sun Arena for the second year in a row. And this year's event was attended by some of the biggest names on the South African music scene. The Sun Vision team was there for all of the star-studded entertainment.
To the 24th annual South African Music Awards hosted by RISA, the recording industry of South Africa.
I feel like the Summers has come a long way. Summer 24, I'm 24 this year. So it's a big thing for me. I grew up watching them and finally I'm here. And I like the fact that they've started to acknowledge people in the background who put so much into our brands. Finally, as poster people, we step back and people like producers and technicians are the people who get their accolades and get to be recognized. So yeah.
Celebrating South African music, excellence, South African music, and it's amazing, incredible people. It's always the day or the weekend where everybody gets together and gets to celebrate really the excellence of South African music and African music. So it's really amazing, great company, great music, and really a great vibe.
I love Sun City. Sun City makes me feel like we've left town, but even though it's 2 hours away, it feels like you're a lot further. So it's like a little mini holiday. I really treated this as a young holiday.
Decided we needed a place that is more captive. In other words, a place where you can get all of the things in one place. And there is no other venue in South Africa that is that captive, and Sun City became an obvious choice.
Sun City hosts the Summers due to the economic impact it has on the surrounding areas and community. We also do CSI projects with the Summers in the surrounding community while they are there, where the DJs interact with the children and get them interested in the art form.
It feels like when you study for a test and then you get all the answers right, and that never happens. So that's how it feels.
I'm not really sure what it means just as yet, but it's a blessing nevertheless. It's crazy, it's surreal, yeah.
I feel so strong, so powerful. I did that, and the people that I work with did that, and the label I'm with did that, and the God that I love so much did that.
This is the first Vocal Police Gun album in 11 years. We're very happy and we're so stoked because our fans actually contributed to get us to make this album.
It just means that, women are finally being recognized in the game. And it just makes me realize that, all my hard work is not going unrecognized, it's not unseen.
It's great to see the ladies taking the top prizes at this year's Summers. When it comes to accolades, One Sun International Property is breaking boundaries with its innovative waste management programs. With a goal to achieve zero waste to landfill, the Wild Coast Sun is setting a strong example of how casinos and hotels can reduce their carbon footprint and recycle most of their waste. Take a look at this.
In the middle of 2016, head office set the target that Sun International should reach zero waste to landfill at 2020. When I saw that target, I thought that is fantastic. It would be wonderful, but I had my doubts. How do we achieve this? This did not happen overnight. We actually started this project in 2014, and step by implementing a couple of projects, we eventually reached zero waste to landfill in 2017. The first thing that we had to do was to separate food waste in the kitchens from all other waste. Then we had to get the food out of the kitchen and bring it to a compost yard, create a compost yard. And in doing that, we had to employ somebody to do it. And this is where a wonderful enterprise development project was born called Gaio Enterprises.
Today we're dealing with food waste and other additional jobs aside. Yeah, it's 8 of us, it's 4 guys and 3 ladies, including my wife. We don't need a lot of things because we just need plastic bags. We put them inside the bins. Then the chefs and all other kitchen ladies, they throw them into the bags. Then we take those bins to our area where we keep the food. Then from there, we take those bins to the compost area. Then we offload that food into the heap of the compost. Then Vukuzenzele staff would come and cover that food. They know what they will do after that.
So Gaia Enterprises, they are responsible for getting food out of the kitchen 24/7 and bringing it to our compost yard. Our compost yard is approximately 60 to 70 meters, and we've got 3 large heaps at the moment, and sometimes there's even up to 8 heaps of compost. Gaia Enterprises, they are also responsible for getting paper, cardboard, batteries and cartridges out of all the offices for recycling. So now we've got a lot of compost that has to be made. So we had to employ someone to make our compost. And here another ED project was born called Vuka Uzenzele Trading. And Vuka is responsible for making our compost on a daily basis as Gaia Enterprises brings in the food. And we also mix the food waste with garden cuttings. And Alex, that's in charge of Vuka, he is making our compost.
Where there is a bad smell, there's bacteria. This meat, they are coming from the kitchen, sometimes they spend the whole night. But there is no smell, there is no what, and all my compost is very rich because it has got no bacteria in it. We are using the effective microorganism to kill most of the bacteria and the fungi so that my compost heap should be activated very fast. After activation, we must have 100% proved compost to say this compost, it has got no bacteria in it. It's very important to have not acidic like fertilizer. Fertilizer is very acidic because of nitrogen. My compost is 100% organic. So by applying the effective microorganism, I'm reducing to kill most of the bacteria which is wanted to be into my compost, so that my compost must be rich and very fertile once it goes to the plants.
I would say the Wild Coast is making probably about 300 to 400 tons of compost a year. So the compost that we make is actually paying for our enterprise development projects. And what do we do with the waste that we can't recycle? Let's say about 40 to 50 tons of waste went to landfill every month, year in and year out. Then in December 2016, we actually achieved zero waste. None of our waste went to landfill. So that has changed radically, and we're now on 18 months and going forward. To achieve zero waste to landfill, we had to do something very drastic, and that is to get rid of our skips and our compactors. Because you bring a wheelie bin that's contaminated with waste, it just gets tipped over into the compactor and off it goes to landfill. So now we're using a bag system where all our waste is contained in bags. It goes to our waste centre where it's collected by Recycle for Africa, and then they sort it at their depot in Port Edward. When we started making compost, we made so much compost that we thought, now what do we do with all this compost? So that is how the vegetable garden was born. And Alex from Vuka Uzenzele Trading is also responsible for our vegetable garden. And all of this veggies is organic, and we send it directly to our main kitchen. And in that way we also save on our carbon footprint. When we have too many veggies that the kitchens can't cope with, we then send it to our local schools for their soup kitchens. One school in our area, Ebenezer, for example, feed 900 children every day. So anything that we can bring them is much appreciated. Our compost is about 250,000 to 300,000 rand saving just on our compost alone. But then there's also quite a huge saving on the vegetables that we supply to our kitchen, between 20 to 30,000 rand a month, which is a considerable saving. So the compost project is essential for zero waste to landfill. You cannot achieve zero waste to landfill without composting. The benefits are, see how many people are being employed. We have got 2 enterprise development projects, and the recycling company in Port Edward is using a lot of local people to assist in this project. Now that we've achieved zero waste and we've actually won the ecological awards from Enviropedia, everybody is very proud, and I think they are now more buying into it. And a lot of staff are actually telling me secretly that they're starting to implement it at home, which is really great.
It helps the community who are unemployed to go to find some jobs, which is also the community is benefiting from it. I feel very much proud, and I'm likely to expand my knowledge all wide this country so that everybody should know how to make the organic compost. I'm very proud of that.
As human beings, we are responsible for our planet. This is a planet where we're living in. So I'm feeling very, very, very proud. You see, I'm contributing. So I'm very proud, and I'm looking forward to do even much, much more greater than what we have already done.
At the end of the day, it's not just about money, it's about the fact that the environment is benefiting from this and our landfill sites will be reduced.
A very impressive achievement by the Wild Coast Sun team. Now, speaking of innovation, Sun Park is disrupting the eventing space.
That's right, Gareth. Hosting an exhibition or conference can be expensive, but Sun Park venues have a plug-and-play infrastructure.
And that means that you can transport the very same event to a different city at a fraction of the cost. Let the experts tell us more.
That this is the next big thing, which is going to shake up in a positive way, not in a competitive way, a complementary way, the whole eventing, festival, exhibition, conferencing environment, and it's going to shake it up and take it to a new level.
Well, the Sun Parks is a unique space, being indoor and outdoor. I mean, it's a multifaceted space where you can put a marquee up, or you can just leave it open and you can use it as complete outdoor space.
Sun Park, to a lot of people, it's just a venue, but the magic behind Sun Park is actually in the grid. It's an intelligent grid which allows us to incorporate all this flexibility. We've got power, we've got IT, we've got water, we've got Wi-Fi, we've got everything under the grid. So we can create with enormous flexibility any activity or any event coming out of the floor, which will give us a themed experience. And that to us is a Sun Park, which is a footfall driver to this wonderful event.
If you take what we're doing here at this event, we can now pick this up, put it in a container at just at a transportation cost, and we can go and celebrate the same event in Grand West. We can go to Carnival City, we can go to Sun City, I'm sure Times Square in time, Boardwalk and all the other casinos.
The facilities here at the event are fantastic. The attention to detail, the various areas all have charisma.
The facilities are good. It's got a little bit of everything that you need.
I think, just from the actual facilities point of view, I think it's A-class.
What I like about this plug-and-play facility is everything's on hand for you. When you get here, you don't have to worry about running cords. Where's the water coming from? Where's this? It's all there. And the structure allows us to build anything and bring anything in.
We close the episode with fun activities for kids at Grand West Casino and Entertainment World. How are your ice skating skills, Gareth?
Really not all that good, Tamaryn. But when it comes to 10-pin bowling, I'm the family champion. And this is one of the many things to do at Sun International's entertainment destination in the Western Cape. And on that very upbeat note, that's a wrap for this episode of Sun Vision.
We hope you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you at a Sun International hotel or casino soon. Stay warm and cheers for now.
Join us at the Wedding Expo for everything you need to plan your dream wedding. It's a super fun day out that no bride should miss, with fabulous fashion shows, delicious cake tastings, and exciting competitions like Win a Wedding. Get inspiration and ideas, connect with wedding specialists, and book suppliers for your big day. Sibaya 25 and 26 August and Carnival City 29 and 30 September. Tickets on sale at weddingexpo.co.za.